Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 2 of The Road to Glory, here with Kyla Adams, and of course, Summit Wrestling. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy the first episode of the series. Obviously, there was, quite a decent chunk of the episode sort of going through the rules and what a Road to Glory actually is. Now, obviously, if you haven't seen that episode, I do recommend going back. We also went through the first month. We set up the roster. And if you watched till the end of the episode, you saw a stat comparison. We're going to be doing that for every episode. It's going to have the starting stats of the series and then the ending stats of that particular episode. I feel like it's a nice way to sort of contrast where we started and obviously where we're finishing, and obviously that whole progression through to eventually getting into a national or above company, and then, of course, getting the A-star main event match in a pay-per-view. That's a long way off. Anyway, we've got a lot of developing to do. Kyler, obviously only 1 month into his career. He already picked up an injury. However, he recovered from that pretty quickly. And we'll get straight into February. Now, I did say that I wanted to run 9 shows for this month. Now, our popularity was at 2, where we left off in the last episode. However, the importance is only 1, so we're going to continue to try and maintain that and get the importance up. The popularity is important, but obviously the importance is the more important thing. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the roster. As you can see, we've got Austin Smooth, Bob Casey, Cobra, Felipe Caballero, Hideo Kato, Tyler Adams, referee Noel Madden, and then finally Seth Whitehead. Bit of a mix of some more expensive young wrestlers there, and then a couple of cheaper guys like Seth Whitehead and Cobra, of course. Worth mentioning, obviously, Bob Casey still deciding to work for free because we're $6,102 in debt currently. But obviously, with the increase in size, the more sponsor money we get, the better we'll be in the long term. Anyway, let's advance. Actually, before we advance, let me reveal the second pay-per-view, or the second big event name of the series. I'm going to be doing one of these for each and every episode. Episode 2, obviously, Colorado. They had a pretty important gold rush in their history. Essentially, during that time, certain towns in Colorado, their size or their population just exploded, within a couple of days, going from something like 1,000 people to well over 10,000 in the search for that mineral from the ground. Anyway, so yeah, let's have the event. It's going to be called Gold Rush. Nice and simple, like the TV show, if you've ever seen it on Discovery Channel. It's going to be 2 words though. There we go. And yeah, it's still going to be a 1-hour event until small. Maybe small, we could up the size depending on how much money we make and stuff like that. But yeah, Gold Rush, there we go. And that is, of course, going to be week 4 in February, and it's going to be on the Saturday as well. So there we go. Second event. Now, we do need another weekly event. Survivor. Survivor sounds good, even though it has absolutely nothing to do with pretty much what we're doing. Obviously, it's going to be weekly, Thursday. There we go. All right, so we've got every Thursday, every Friday. I might actually change that from Thursday to Tuesday. Yeah. I might do Uprising on a Thursday as well, just to try and split up the days a little bit more, so our talent has a bit more time to recover. But yeah, let's go. Let's go with Survivor. Book our next show. Again, it's pretty grindy at the start of the game, the start of a Road to Glory. You pretty much got to just grind out the first few months and make sure you get the popularity that you need to increase in size, and then obviously, like I said earlier, get the sponsorship money. Actually, one thing I do want to show you that I should have showed you at the start is Kyler Adams and his popularity, how much it's actually increased. As you can see, we're up to a 14 F+ in the Mid-South. And then obviously we've got a couple of 5s over, or a few 5s over here with the spillover. We've also got 4F minus in northern Mexico. That could be a very interesting place, you know, a long time down the road, don't get me wrong. But for us to possibly go into and maybe set up a TV deal for Mexico. Something to think about for the future. Anyway, let's get into this first show of the episode. Again, going to be... Oh, we still have certain events that we need to take care of. Locker room incidents. I mean, this guy is really starting to get on my nerves. But there we go. Noel Madden has improved his behavior. And he also has a simmering tension with me. Lovely. And we'll give Felipe a stern warning. Yeah, Noel Madden, extremely negative behavior or negative influence. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan. I'm going to rib him, though. There we go. Success with the locker room. Alright, so generic venue, Mid-South, 23 fans are expected. Let's book this first match. Let's have... I'm pretty sure we've done every match. Let's do Kyler Adams, and he can take on Bob Casey. I'm not sure if we've actually done a singles match. No, we haven't. Okay, so there we go. The one match we actually haven't done. Make it an 8-minute match. Obviously, Bob Casey to win. There we go, and I guess we'll make Felipe the road agent there. Tag match. I'm going to make the tag match the main event. We'll have Felipe and Cobra, and they can take on... Well, actually, we'll do Felipe and Bob Casey taking on Cobra and myself, Kyler Adams. When I refer to myself, I mean Kyler Adams, and I will sometimes say Kyler Adams instead of referring to myself. But yeah, my name's obviously not Kyler Adams, if you were wondering. Anyway, the winners of the match going to be... We'll give it to Felipe. I feel like he deserves a win. And we'll script and decisive that. Road agent will go with... Who will we go with? Good question. Doesn't really matter. We'll go with Gideon. And the main event will be Felipe taking on Cobra. Actually, that's not... We'll make the tag match the main event. I'm pretty sure the tag matches do a lot better. But yeah, we'll have Cobra go over Felipe there. But I think I'll make it tainted. Put myself here, Kyler Adams, as the road agent. And one other thing I'll do is actually make this a 16-minute match. There we go. Alright, we also want to have an angle. Who has the best stats? I think Cobra does. Yeah. Alright. Cobra. Obviously, I'm Cobra's partner, so that makes sense. And then go Bob Casey and Felipe Caballero. And I want to do that. Alright. Perfect. Have that just before the tag match. We'll make our opening match a work the crowd match. Hopefully that'll aid a little bit in the overall rating of the match. Have to wait and see. Alright, here we go. 24E for the opening match. Bob Casey really off his game, but he does defeat Kyler Adams in 8 minutes and 1 second by pinfall with a roll-up. And unfortunately, no worker improvements there. I actually beat him in rating, in-ring performance. He got 21, I got 23. Well done, Kyler Adams. Alright. Oh, okay. Should have been the main event. 39 D- in a decent match. Cobra defeated Felipe Caballero in 9:40 by submission with a Viper Vice after blatantly cheating. And we also have Felipe Caballero improving in performance skills. The angle gets a 30E+ with the 4 members of the tag match. And the main event itself almost beats the other match. We get a 34E+. In a decent match, Felipe Caballero and Bob Casey defeated Cobra and Kyler Adams in 1603 when Felipe Caballero defeated Cobra by pinfall with a Caballero drop. Apparently Felipe and Bob Casey don't work well as a team, so quite a few people don't actually have good chemistry with Bob Casey there. Our character, Kyla Adams, and now Felipe Caballero as well, both having negative chemistry in tag matches. Overall show rating getting a 33 E+, and of course that does increase our popularity. Not a bad show. Again, good to see the negative chemistry, especially early on in the series. Cobra feeling the effects of a grueling schedule, even though I'm pretty sure he only works for us, so don't exactly get that. Anyway. Alrighty, we don't really have anything else to do, so let's advance to the next show. I guess we can leave Cobra off this show, seeing as he's got such a grueling schedule. Alright, let's have a quick look. Yeah, so the importance has actually gone up to 2. And we've got a little bit of spillover popularity. Finally up to 1 in the Midwest, Southeast, and Southwest as well. So I'm hoping that means we're very close to actually getting 3 popularity in the Mid-South. Hopefully after this Uprising show. As you can see, the fans are slowly starting to creep up, about 3 every show we do. Economy is still falling. Wrestling industry just popped up to a 66 C+ there as well. But the economy's, gradually getting down to a C-, very close. All right. Opening match. Let's do... What will we do? Let's do Felipe Caballero taking on Kyla Adams. Awful chemistry. That's fine. Like I said, at this point, it doesn't exactly matter too much. Road agent, we will go with Bob Casey. Who else do we want to use? Do the tag match. So, Felipe and Kato can take on Kyla Adams and Seth Whitehead. Why not? 2 future rivals there, teaming up for our tag team main event. We'll give it 12 minutes. I just want to try a bit of a shorter match. And Seth can win, and he can get the victory over Hideo Kato. That's a pretty good match, actually. I think that one might do well. And again, we're going to test the shorter match length, because obviously everyone in the match, apart from me, has relatively bad psychology, so thinking with that in mind, I would assume that would mean a shorter match is obviously going to suit them a lot more. Hopefully getting a better rating as well. The final match will do Hideo Kato taking on Seth Whitehead. And I think we'll just 50-50 book it. And we'll give Hideo the victory there. Obviously Seth getting a bit of revenge in the main event, despite it being a tag team match. Apparently Seth is a bit upset, and we'll just keep him strong. Because I do actually want him to lose that match. The next thing we want to do is who can talk? Pretty sure nobody can talk. Hideo Kato, he can talk. However, if we go to his personal, can't speak English, so that's not going to be too good. I guess I could... our microphone's gone up 2 points, and the acting's gone up 2 points as well. I may as well just try and do a promo. We'll do it based off of everyone's entertainment skills. Seth Whitehead actually has the best out of these 4, so maybe we'll just do Kyla and Seth. Hopefully that'll bump things up a little bit. But good to see that the entertainment stats are already starting to go up a little bit. even though we are only into our second month here. All right, there we go. Booking's not yet complete. We need 1 more minute. Okay, there we go. 13-minute match. Done and dusted. Let's do it. All right, so we start off the show with a 24E. Felipe Caballero defeating Kyler Adams in 10:22 by pinfall with a Caballero drop. We also have Felipe Caballero improving in performance skills. Kind of frustrating that it's not Kyler Adams, but anyway. Moving on to the other singles match, getting a 36 D-. Hideo Kato defeating Seth Whitehead in 10:24 by pinfall with a lariat. No worker improvements. The angle gets, that's actually not too bad, a 30E+, obviously only based on the entertainment skills of Seth and Kyler. And then the main event itself does really well, so I think the shorter matches are the way to go, at least for now. 38 D- for the main event here. Kyler Adams and Seth Whitehead defeated Felipe Caballero and Hideo Kato in 13:25 when Seth Whitehead defeated Hideo Kato by submission with a Minnesota stretch. And then obviously Kyler Adams, the weak link. And yeah, both members of that tag team off their game. Not great. In-ring performance of only 19. That's pretty dreadful. And we also have no worker improvements. And the show, okay, get our first D-, 36 there. Not too bad. That's good enough, I think. I'm pretty happy with that. One more thing, guys. I just want to make sure that you smash the like button for the video. And of course, if you're a new viewer and you are not subscribed to the channel, I really do recommend doing that. Obviously, it will keep you up to date with the episodes coming out in the future. I'm going to try and do one every other day or every 2 days with a break, if that makes sense. Every 2-day break. Obviously, got Football Manager 20 content as well. I'm going to do some other simulation games coming out in the future as well. In the next probably few weeks, month. But yeah, Road to Glory, really pumped up for it. All right, let's have a look at Kyler Adams. I noticed that a few of his stats have gone up a little bit there. 45 basics, only 1 point in psychology, and that was from last month. Safety is up to a 47, 45 consistency. Stamina's gone up 2 points since we started as well. And yeah, the top row's not doing too badly either. Up to 2s and all the stats that were actually 0, so that's good. And then we've also got 2 points into chain wrestling and mat wrestling. Awesome. Popularity up to a 17 as well. All right, let's get to Survivor. Like I said, we want to try and smash out. I would like to do 9 shows, but it's pretty much fine if we don't. These episodes, they're not going to be monthly episodes. It's just going to try and keep them between 45 minutes and an hour. Somewhere in there, that's sort of the sweet spot. I don't want the episodes to be too short. I want to give you guys like a decent amount of content. And, you know, I want to progress. Road to Glories can go for many years in game time. And obviously, once you get a TV show, you're basically doing five shows per month, which can take a while. Anyway, let's keep getting through these days here, and we'll get into this next show. Couple of wrestler courts there. 29 fans for the next show. We're up to 3 popularity. That's great to see. But like I said, we've still got a lot of work to go to get that 11 importance and to get up to small. All right, so Austin Smooth is going to be Kyler Adams' opponent. Adams' opponent for today. I think I might actually make them tag team partners as well. We'll give Smooth the... Actually, no, we'll give Adams the victory. Road agent can be Mr. Bob Casey. Apparently Austin's unhappy. I guess he can win. I'm not really too fussed yet. Not with wins and losses. The other match is going to be Bob Casey taking on... Yeah, Seth Whitehead. That seems pretty good. We'll give that... Well, we'll give it 13, I guess. Who can be... There we go, Felipe. Actually, who's cheaper? Cobra's pretty cheap. Yeah, we'll go Cobra. The winners, Kyler Adams can win. And he can beat Seth Whitehead. Again, sort of continuing their little feud that we're going to build towards in the future as well. So one more match, Bob Casey to take on Mr. Seth Whitehead. We'll give that 8 minutes. Actually, we need to give it 10, don't we? And we'll have Seth win that. Just to get a little bit of momentum back for him. Alright, there we go. Now we need to do the angle. So it'll be Austin Smooth and Kyler Adams. Both rated on entertainment there. And then we'll chuck in Bob Casey and Seth Whitehead as well. Perfect. Alright. Let's work the crowd for this match as well. And there we go. Another show booked. Starting the show off with a 32E+. Austin Smooth defeating Kyler Adams in 9:42 by submission with a smooth hold. We then have a 35E+. We got Seth Whitehead defeating Bob Casey in 10:30 by submission with a Minnesota stretch. Nice in-ring performance there by Whitehead. We then go into a 34E+ angle. Still no angle improvements there. No entertainment improvements. And the main event does really well. 37D- in a decent match. Austin Smooth and Kyler Adams defeated Bob Casey and Seth Whitehead in 13:03 when Kyler Adams defeated Seth Whitehead by pinfall with a K trigger. And we have Bob Casey improving in performance skills there. Pretty interesting. Anyway, and the show, we also get another 36D- rated show. Perfect. And we also got one more fan than was expected. Progress. Yeah, I just want to also, say thank you while we're sort of processing forward here. Thank you for all the support on episode 1. Obviously, I know a lot of people are probably a little bit sick of TEW 2016 at this point. I still love the game. Absolutely love it. It's just one of those games where you really can just play it for hours and hours. And you enjoy yourself. I don't know what it is. It's just one of those weird games where it's such a minimalist game that has so much depth and enjoyment that you're able to take away from it. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm saying now. I know everyone's really excited for 2020. Anyway, let's book this show. What I'm trying to say is thank you for your support. Alright, let's start off with another match. We'll go Hideo Kato to take on Kyler. I mean, at this point, we're sort of just recycling the matches. We'll just go through a cycle, really. Have Kyler Adams versus everybody. And make sure he picks up all the stat increases that he needs. Who had the good chemistry? It was Felipe and Seth, wasn't it? So we'll do that there. Yeah, we'll give Felipe the win. Really handy having Bob Casey as our owner. Not only can we use him in matches, but he can pretty much just road agent everything for free. And finally, the last match, we'll do Seth taking on Felipe. With Seth getting the victory there. All right, we need an angle. Let's go with these three. I don't really want Gideo rated on anything at the moment, just because he doesn't know English. Or he can't speak basic English, so it would essentially only harm the angle even more. Make it even worse than it would be normally. All right, another show in the books. Starting off with a 28E. Not a great match. Tyler Adams defeating Gideo Kato in 10:04 by pinfall with a K trigger. No worker improvements. We then go to a 38D minus. Very, very good match. Expected, though, from these two, I guess. You got Seth Whitehead defeating Felipe Caballero in 9:50 by submission with a Minnesota stretch. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Minnesota stretch. The angle gets a 30E plus. Still no skill improvements there. And the main event does really well. 40D minus, obviously the good chemistry there between Felipe and Seth. We might actually make them a team. Let's do that after we finish the show. Yeah, Felipe Caballero and Seth Whitehead defeating Kyler Adams and Gideo Kato in 12:34 when Felipe defeated Kyler Adams by pinfall with a Caballero drop. And then, as you'd expect, in-ring performance of 20 makes Adams the weak link. Overall show rating, our best show ever, 38D minus so far. Good stuff. Alrighty, so yeah, let's make this team. So Felipe, Seth, Caballero, Whitehead, Torrential Rain. It doesn't really fit. Masters of War. The Suffering. I like that. I mean, Seth really does look miserable, so it kind of fits. Awesome. All right. Good to see that our prestige is now 1, and our momentum is 8, apparently. Cool. We're not going to think about titles yet. I don't really want to think about them until we get to small. But I'm just going to edit a default title with the Summit Wrestling logo. Not exactly very exciting, but it is what it is. It's my creative genius, or my artistic genius, I should say. Anyway, let's advance again. Like I said, I really want to smash through these shows, and hopefully, I would say by next episode we might be small. That's the goal anyway. And then once we get small, I think it might be one episode, so maybe episode 4. Hopefully, we should be back in the black with a positive bank balance. Again, not 100% sure on any of this, so don't take my word for it. You'll just have to watch every episode. Anyway, let's keep advancing to the next show tonight. Another incident for Noel Madden. I think it's, yeah. I mean, we're getting to the point where I might just fire that guy and get one of the other refs. Nice. All right. Oh, we're up to 4 popularity as well. But as you can see, the economy has dropped down to a C minus. All right, who are we going to verse tonight? Let's go with Cobra. I feel like it's been a little while since we versed Cobra. He's missed 2 shows, I think. I think we're going to get the victory. I feel like we kind of deserve it a little bit more. Yeah, I think we'll team with Gideo Kato again. Give Austin the victory over Gideo. Road Agent, we'll get Bob Casey in. And then the final match, we need Austin Smooth taking on Hideo Kato. And I think, yeah, we'll give, he'll probably complain. We'll just give it to Austin, I guess. He can get a tainted victory. Alrighty, there we go. Now we need the angle. Similar sort of thing, we'll just go with Austin. Cobra can speak pretty well as well. And again, we will work the crowd. Run the show. Starting off with a 29E. We've got Kyla Adams defeating Cobra in 9:47 by pinfall with a K trigger. And there we go. Kyla Adams improving in performance skills. Exactly what we need to see. Alright, we then move on to a 40D-. In a decent match, Austin Smooth defeated Hideo Kato in 10:13 by submission with a smooth hold after blatantly cheating. Good rating though. I forgot to put Hideo in it. The angle gets a 25E. Again, no skill improvements in the entertainment area. And the main event does really well, 39D-. In a decent match, Austin Smooth and Cobra defeated Hideo Kato and Kyla Adams in 12:34 when Austin Smooth defeated Hideo Kato by submission with a smooth hold. There we go, Kyla Adams really off his game. Not great, but still a pretty good main event. And we get a 37D- there as well. In front of 35 people. I mean, I have to say, things are going pretty well. Even though we do find ourselves, let's see how bad we are. We're 13,690 in debt at the moment. I think we can go up to maybe about 60,000 before we start getting into the more nerve-wracking area of finance, of debt, I should say, of debt. But yeah, for importance, we only got, what, 7 more to go? Definitely not going to take too long. And again, we push on to the next show. But before we get into it, I will take a quick look. I will take a quick look at... I go there. Have a look at Kyla's popularity. His psychology's gone up to a 72B-. That's really good to see. Rolling up to a 42. C- for stamina as well now. And then a few D pluses there for some of his performance skills. Safety, consistency, and selling there as well. Also, 72B- charisma, E- for both microphone and acting as well. That's really good to see. Popularity is still the same. I think it might be capped at 17 for local companies, or for local wrestlers, I should say. Have a look at Casey. I think it's, yeah, as you can see, basically the same. Alrighty. Let us continue. Did a generic venue there. And for this match, I guess we will verse... Who haven't we versed in a while? I guess Casey? I know we have negative chemistry as well, but... Casey it is. And we can take on the suffering. Ooh, we have negative chemistry. That's fine. That's fine. I'll make the other match the main event. Yes, no. I'll give it 10. Seth can pin myself. Road Agent, we will go with Greydogsoftware. And then the main event can be Felipe taking on Greydogsoftware. That'll pull a really good rating. I have a lot of faith in this match. Might actually be our best match ever. Especially with my psychology as the road agent. Alrighty, Angle. Go with Felipe and Seth, and then myself as well. Finally, Bob Casey. Want to make sure we continue to improve the entertainment skills. Probably not going to be too important for Summit Wrestling, but if we do decide to move to a different company that focuses more on entertainment, obviously the entertainment skills are going to be pretty vital in that sort of scenario. Anyway, let's run the show. Starting off with a 27E. Tyler Adams defeating Bob Casey in 9:38 by pinfall with a K trigger. We then go into a 38D-. It actually did really well, probably because of the good chemistry of the Suffering. But yeah, we have the Suffering defeating Bob Casey and Kyler Adams in 9:46, when Seth Whitehead defeated Kyler Adams by submission with the Minnesota Stretch. Again, no work improvements. Kyler only having a 16 in-ring performance there. Definitely being carried by the Suffering. Angle does pretty well, getting a 36D-. And then the main event, yeah, definitely. I knew it would do really well. A 44D, our highest match rating so far. In a decent match, Felipe Caballero defeated Greydogsoftware in 13:24 by pinfall with a Caballero drop. No worker improvements, but a really good rating there to finish off the show. And we get a D for that show as well. 41D. And I'm very, very happy with that. All right, we're 15 grand, over 15 grand in debt. But as you can see, the sponsorship money it's gone up. It has gone up. Obviously, the worker costs are really, really high. But that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I mean, we may as well just continue. Nothing else I really need to look at. So yeah, we'll just continue. Another 4 days, another show. How many shows have we done now? 6? I think we've done 6 this episode. I think we will actually be able to do 9. We're what, about nearly 40 minutes into the episode? Not too bad. I'm actually really enjoying this. I know it's really grindy at the moment, but I know where the series can go. And if you guys stick with it, I promise you will not be disappointed. Because Road to Glories, they start slow, but then after the first year, the first 2 years, they explode. Big things can happen very quickly. You know, resigning from companies, going to big companies, you know, different countries. Literally, these things have happened to me in the personal Road to Glory that I did. Don't want to go into too much detail because it might actually happen on this game, on this series, this save file. So I don't want to spoil anything, but something special happened on mine. Went to a different country, and really started to kick on from there. Anyway, enough about that. Let's continue on. Another Survivor show. Another incident between Noel Madden. I mean, apparently his behavior is getting better. Still an extremely negative influence. Anyway, all right, up to 5 popularity in the Mid-South region. The real question is, who are we going to verse today? Go with Seth. Again, continuing our feud together. We'll try and get the win over him. He's a bit unhappy. We'll keep him strong, I guess. Like I said, doesn't really matter. And I might as well just put the suffering in the main event again. I mean, they're going to carry us, so let's do Cobra. Cobra can take on Felipe Caballero in the other match as well. Who do we want to win? Yeah, Seth can win. Cobra can lose. So Cobra to take on Felipe. There we go. Felipe, of course, getting the victory. I think he's our best performer. Oh, it would be pretty close, actually, between Felipe and Gidio. I think we can actually give everybody entertainment for this angle. Again, I also want to... I'm trying to improve these guys as well. They're all going to be helped by actually wrestling me because my psychology is so high. So I think it's going to, it benefits all wrestlers just working with each other. Anyway, we start off with a 32E+. Kyla Adams defeating Seth Whitehead in 9:53 by pinfall with a K-trigger. No improvements. We then go to a 40D-. We've got Felipe defeating Cobra in 9:58 by pinfall with a Caballero drop. Cobra improving in performance skills there. The angle gets a 32E+. No improvements. And the main event, another D. Another solid match. 43D this time. The Suffering defeating Kyla Adams and Cobra in 12:43 when Seth Whitehead defeated Cobra by submission with a Minnesota stretch. And we also have Kyla Adams improving in performance skills. That is perfect. Again, exactly what we need. A 47 in-ring performance there from Caballero. Like I said, I think he might be the ace at the moment. We get a 40D- for that show. And yeah, we got, what, 2 more episodes? It's not 2 more shows. We're not on TV yet. Apparently Seth Whitehead feeling the effects of a grueling schedule, so we can basically just leave him off the next show. And then he can come back for the big event, Gold Rush. Oh, Madden now has a strong dislike of me. Yeah, I think we'll fire him after this month. I mean, apparently Felipe's annoyed at one of my actions. Good to see Bob Casey could be ribbed. Mr. Dependable. Alright, who are we going to verse tonight? Let's go with Felipe. I'm going to have him job out to me for being a little bitch. Well, he can lose the singles match anyway. I'll probably give him the win in the tag match. Doesn't even complain. I like that. The other match can be Austin Smooth taking on... Yeah, we'll go Gideo. And yeah, we've done this match a lot, I feel like, but Gideo can get the win this time. Smooth unhappy, we will keep him strong because he's going to be a whinger. And then the main event will go another tag match. Smooth and Caballero taking on Kyla Adams and Gideo Kato. The winner of the match, Caballero, and he can pin Gideo. Alright, just got to do the angle as well. Can't forget that. So we'll go, obviously, Austin Smooth, Felipe, Tyler Adams, and Gideo Kato. Alrighty, let's run the show. Starting off with a 33E+. Tyler Adams defeating Felipe Caballero in 9:42 by pinfall with a K trigger. Again, we get the negative chemistry there, but that's fine. A little bit frustrating that we both have negative chemistry. Like, going forward, that's going to suck a little bit because we probably could have had some really, really good matches. Anyway, the next match getting a 37D-. Hideo Kato defeating Austin Smooth in 10:22 by pinfall with a lariat. Smooth with a 40 in-ring performance. That's pretty impressive. The angle gets a 35E+. No improvements. And the main event gets a 39D-. Austin Smooth and Felipe Caballero defeating Kyler Adams and Gideo Kato in 13:23. And Felipe defeated Gideo by pinfall with a Caballero drop. And then Kyler Adams, the weak link again. However, he's also improving in performance skills. So he might be the weak link, but the best part of it is he's in the main event. He's improving in performance skills, which is exactly what we need. We also need his top row and entertainment skills to go up. But at the same time, you know, we're making good progress. Anyway, let's end the show. Get a 38D-. I think that was our last Uprising or our last weekly show that we're doing. So pretty happy with that. And our final show, Gold Rush. And I think that'll end the episode here as well. But of course, make sure you stay tuned to the last 30 seconds of the episode where you will see the stats, the beginning stats of the series, and then of course the stats at the end of the episode. And that'll be in the last 30 seconds of every episode. I won't be talking over it. It'll just be purely graphic. But yeah, gives you guys a chance to even pause the video where it is and take some proper time to look at it. I think at the start of next episode, we might do an auto push as well. Alright, possible 52 fans for this show. And we're up to 6 popularity in the Mid-South. Alright, Kyler Adams taking on... Yeah, we'll go Austin Smooth. Can't actually remember the last time we versed each other. Okay, it was week 2 in a singles match. That's fine. I mean, realistically, that was about, what, 5 or 6 shows ago? 4 shows? 4 shows ago. All right, the other singles match we will go with. Let's have both members of the Suffering taking on each other. I mean, we could actually make that the main event. I don't think we will though. And then I can team up with Austin Smooth. The winner, we'll give it to Seth. Make me the road agent there as well. And then we'll book the main event. I think that's a pretty good show, actually. For a pay-per-view. In regards to, you know, repetitive matches and a very, very small roster. And I'll get the win over Seth as well. I think that's a pretty good way to end the show. Not bad. Check all these guys on entertainment. And there's our angle. One more thing. Try and work the crowd. Might be able to get a few more points out of it. There we go. Starting off the show with a 33E+, Gold Rush. Being held in front of 52 people in the Mid-South. Now we have Austin Smooth defeating Kyler Adams in 9:38 by submission with a smooth hold. No improvements. Then go into a 42D. Very good match. Of course, both members of the Suffering. We've got Seth Whitehead defeating Felipe Caballero in 10:17 by submission with a Minnesota stretch. 45 in-ring performance for Caballero. That is mental. The Angle gets a 33E+. We also have Austin Smooth learning to show more charisma. Good for him. I wish it was Adams, but anyway. The main event also gets a 42D. We have Austin Smooth and Kyler Adams defeating the Suffering in 12:37 when Kyler Adams defeated Seth Whitehead by pinfall with a K-trigger. And we also have Austin Smooth and Seth Whitehead both improving in performance skills. And the show getting a 40D- to round off the month of February. And again, we'll just we'll praise our performers there. There we go. All right, we'll advance one more day as well, purely for the fact that I would like to see how much money we've lost. And then we will end the episode. And obviously you guys will be able to see the stat progression for the one and only Kyler Adams. Okay, so Bob Casey, the owner, has decided to relocate to the Mid-South. Not too sure if that actually means anything. But yeah, there we go. A $12,547 loss for the month of February. 18,649 in the red. But again, you know, we can pretty much go 3 times that negative and still be able to crawl out of it. I think 60,000 is the cutoff point. And basically what's going to happen when we hit that sort of level, we're going to take a month or 2 off of no shows, no wrestling whatsoever. Let the sponsorship money come in, and then, you know, we'll see where we are. Anyways, that's going to end the episode, guys. If you could smash the like button, it'd be much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel for your own sake. We'll keep you up to date with these episodes coming out. You hit the notification bell down below. That'll give you a little notification every time one of these episodes comes out. Anyway, as always, take it easy, guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.